All right, so today we are going to talk about investigation 1.3, and we are going to talk about how to find the median, which is another measure of central tendency or another summary statistic. It's a way of looking at data and using a number or something about that information to describe it. And then we're going to, in class, talk more about how to compare the distributions of data using medians. So in order to identify what the median is, we need to figure out what the median is. So the best way to describe what a median of a data set would be to tell you that it is the middle of the information. It's going to be the middle point for your data set. And to make that, or to find it, we need to list out the pieces of information in order from least to greatest. So right here, they have done that for the Japanese names. They took our frequency information in that list and they put them in order from least to greatest, 7 to 14. Again, here's your smallest piece of information, your minimum, and here is your largest piece of information, or your maximum. And the median is going to be somewhere around the middle. It should be the exact middle. So it could be a number in the set, or it could fall between two numbers of the set, but it's going to be the middle of the information. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to find what the middle is. So in order to do that, we need to take this list and mark one off each side. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. So this would be the middle. Now, I'm going to go ahead and erase these check marks because that describes one way. The other way would be to count the number of points, or if you know how many points you have, like in this one we have 20 pieces of information. So the halfway point of 20 would be 10. So we can count in 10 from either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the middle of that would be right here. There should be 10 on each side of that line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, since we have an even set, our number will fall between the middle two pieces of information. So between 11 and 12, the halfway point. So essentially what we're going to be doing is finding the average. So what I want to do is I want to add 11 plus 12, and that gives me 23. And then I'm going to divide 23 by 2 to get the middle number. So 2, 0, bring down the 3, that goes in there once, that's 2. I'm left with a 1, but this would be a numerator in a fraction, so 11 and a half, and here's your denominator. Or we can, so 11, whoops, having a hard time here. So we can say that 11 and a half is the median, or since I can divide and make it into a decimal form, I would add a decimal and a 0, bring up the decimal, extend out the line, drop down the 0, and 2 can go into 10 5 times, so that would be 11.5. So 11 and a half, or 11.5, is the median of the Japanese names. So we're going to go ahead and go on to A real quick. And again, A already assumes that we have found the value of the median as 11 and a half because it's determined by the middle two numbers of the observations, or the middle two observations of the data set. So because there was an even set, we find the middle and go on each side of the middle and then go halfway between there, and that's 11 and a half. So in this case, our halfway point is not a number within the data set. So let's start here again. So if we send over a new name, two new names, Arsa Hasamoto and Yuri Inoue, I have no idea how to pronounce those, but these two names are sent over. We have one that is 13 and one that is 8. So what is the position of the median? Okay, so position of the median. We now have 22 observations, or 22 points of information. So there's 22 observations. Half of that would be 11. Okay, so I'm going to count over 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's the halfway point. There should be 11 on each side of that. So the position is going to be between the 11th and 12th observation, which, since we added 1 to each side of the median of our original 20, then our median is still at 11.5 or 11.5. Whoops. Okay, so because we added 1 to each side, our median didn't change. Now, again, we're going to add Henna Abe to the list, which has 7 letters. So we're going to add 1 over here to the smaller side. So now I have an odd set. Now there are 23 observations. Okay, so the position of the median is going to fall, is going to actually be a specific number, because this is odd, so we are going to have a middle number. So I'm going to count in 11, because up here, half of 22 was 11. So I counted in 11 to find the middle number. So I'm going to count in 11 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and I'm going to count in 11 from this side. So that gives me this number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that would be this number. So the middle number here is 11. So the position of the median would be the 12th observation, or the 12th number in our list, ordered list, from least to greatest. All right, so, and the median is now an 11. So by adding a smaller value, smaller number to the side, to the right, or to the left, sorry, to the left side of our information, our median shifted from 11.5 to 11. So this added number, we added a number to the left of the median, moved the median, whoops, let me go ahead and scroll down a little bit, move the median to the left. Okay, so that if I added a number to the right, then the median would shift back over to the right. If I add more pieces of information to the smaller side, my median will shift and get smaller. Or not, maybe not smaller in value, but it will shift towards the left of my information because I'm adding more points of information to the left. Essentially, that's how you find the median. The median is always going to be the middle number, and it will shift depending upon where the middle or how many observations or data points you have. All right, so looking real quick, we're going to turn the page. Whoops. Turn the page. And we're going to take a look at number 3 right here. So this would be A3. A3 says that these names are added. Okay, so now there are 30 names. Does the position of the median change its location in part 2, and explain? If we add names to the list, then the size of our names is going to determine if that median will change from an 11 to an 11.5, or maybe even shift up to 12. Okay, so since there are 30, it's now going to be 15 on each side of the median. There's going to be 15 names that are smaller than the median and 15 names that are greater than or equal to the median. Okay, so the position will actually change to between the 15th and the 16th value. The value of the median may stay the same. So here's what I want you to do for tomorrow. Before you come to class tomorrow, you need to complete A3. And so what you need to do is you need to count up the letters in each one of these names and add it to this list right here, okay, which has 23. So they gave us 7 new names for problem A3. And I want you to find the answers to A3A, A3B, and A3C. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, but do not hesitate to go back and re-watch this if you need to go back over how to find the median or about the position changing.